Alright, welcome back, guys. This is game number 2 of the semifinals. Casting today with the Grub. And of course, Rifkin. I'm just gonna start calling you that for now on. Zombie is like too many syllables. So like, the Grub.
It's whatever you want to do, man.
Alright, Spotty in the bottom left corner of the map. He's currently leading 1-0 in this series. We'll see if he can get to the finals. It is, of course, Samsung Galaxy's Emotion.
In the upper right, as the red Zerg, it's Symbol.
Of course, recently joining MVP, as we deduced from that last game. He was teamless for a very long time. But a very talented player nonetheless. I gotta give him props though. You know, we look at him, he took a loss in game 1, but what people don't realize was his almost perfect reactions. The fact that he really didn't lose too much in the early game to what was cannon, rush, cheese, and well, it's just, I don't know, he held it together really strong, got to the late game, he had a huge map control. I think a lot of it came down to what you pointed out though, where if he had taken the left 2 bases instead of the top right ones, I think he would have had a much more solid late game foundation to play off of. I mean, that tap out was because you couldn't replace anything at that point, it was just done.
Oh, well, we have another Forge.
I kind of feel like this is how most openings should go though. Like if your Zerg opponent's not, and I don't want to say not good enough, but if he's not talented or reactionary, or he doesn't react fast enough to dealing with this, I mean, you kind of deserve the damage you deal. I mean, Symbol just, if he had scouted that last game, guys, 3 hatch before pool's greedy, sure, but you can hold that off with drones. That didn't need to be the loss that it was as far as the natural base goes.
What? Oh, I thought he was trying to block.
Yeah, sick as block KR, dude.
Yeah, I gotta imagine he's just like, he's gonna put cannons, right?
Yo, what if this was like, like, I want it like a troll game where someone puts enough pylons on the mineral line to just block out mining entirely. There's like go all the way around from the backside to mine.
Dude, there is a, you could do that in Brood War. You could place a pylon down in the mineral line, and it actually messed up the minerals so much that it was worth it.
Well, I seen Stardust troll a North American player one time and put gateways in the mineral line.
God, someone actually did try and pylon block my mineral line, but the efficiency of RC2, like, I was just like, okay. And like, he realized I wasn't doing anything, so he canceled the pylon.
Yeah, it's like time warps too. Like these are good ideas, but like they don't work. Or no, I shouldn't say good, but like cool ideas.
Yes.
But alright, his natural base looking pretty good, pretty solid. The wall off too, not neglecting to get that. It is really scary too when you see Protoss players who like they go for the bit of aggression early, and they get kind of, I don't want to say lazy, but they really don't prioritize putting that wall down. So like a small amount of lings, like had Symbol just blindly gone fast 6 lings, usually gets by. There's instances, of course, in European cops, Acer Bly is probably the most notorious for sneaking a couple lings past the cannon and just causing hell in the mineral line. So I like that he's got this wall up and good to go here.
Well, you're gonna see Swarm host this game?
It's a map for it, but I don't imagine Symbol goes for it, just based on the fact that Emotion handled that really well. I mean, he kept a calm, collected head. He was doing a lot of Warp Prism harass, which is even easier on this map, you could argue, than Deadwing.
Yeah, we have been seeing different ways of playing Swarm host style, so Symbol did a lot of tech, even though he did not get Vipers and Infestors, which I think he definitely should. He went straight up to Broodlords with Swarm Hosts. There's the way that you just get a lot of Swarm Hosts, and that's like basically it, Swarm Hosts and Infestors. And then there's this new one that is a lot more exciting, not gonna lie, where you get, you know, a good number of Swarm Hosts, but then the rest literally go into Lings and Roaches, and there's a lot of counter-attacking, and actually like using it as your army, like a complementary rather than just like the sole army. I think that's the most fun, and I think we've been seeing that a lot more, especially with the Koreans, so it'd be fun if Symbol did that.
Well, actually, you know what? Going back and the thing with the Swarm Host for a moment, well, okay, Stargate opener and all that still, but I guess one of the big differences for Emotion, as far as responding, like the reason he was able to handle that late game so well, guys, 4-base economy, locked down, no problem. You don't really get that so easy peasy here on Overgrowth. You do have to expose your 4th no matter where you want to take it.
Yeah, yeah. That last map just, the Symbol's like the 3rd Zerg I think we've seen go Broodlord and Swarm Hosts on cross positions, and I'm just like,
yeah,
I don't know.
it's a cool idea. I mean, the concept is there for the late game, but usually you don't have. It's just usually not gonna work. But okay, setting up his pre-Sim City, I guess. This pylon feels like it's one too far over, though. No? Okay, looks like that's perfect. I take that back. Rifkin knows his protest so well. But yo, who was it I was complaining about? There was always like the one pylon. Was that JYP? Like the one pylon above instead of the double gateway wall off like this? I like this a million times better.
Yeah, and you'll put 2 more gateways on either side of the pylons. It's beautiful. It's like art. Starcraft art.
Arts craft. Craft stars?
Gillyweed. Starcraft?
just start falling apart. Don't even bother with English at this point. Go watch the Polo stream, guys. But okay, the Oracle, I mean, the Roach Warren's kind of a cool thing to see, but I almost feel like this was forced out with the Oracle here. Like, well, I better build something. This drone's gonna die. Right? It's 8 minutes, so, like, you know, it's no longer an emergency one, and I think he knows the 3rd is down, so... I mean, he might still invest in our Roaches, though. You know, he's not getting double upgrades for Ling, so he is gonna use the Roaches eventually. It was a funny timing for the Roach Warren, and I think it was to save the drone. But Emotion going for the good old Twilight Council. I mean, this I think is the build that we see the most common for Protoss, is this, you know, either the Blink Stalkers, the Twilight Council +1 and the +2 into 3rd, or the 3rd first, and then the Blink Stalker and the +2, like any variation of that, but Blink Stalkers, what even? The Burrow early like this kind of, I don't know. This is such a weirdly passive game. I can't... Like, I want to start talking all this smack about, like, oh, the bro's really cool to deal with the mortal all-in sentries, but that's not coming, and Symbol knows it, because he's had such a good scout on the base for a long time. The Stargate came out, but we haven't seen a whole lot come from it, other than that first Oracle. So, as a consequence, both players are going really passive, and looks like, yep, we're going to have Swarm Hosts. Yep. Yuppers. Yep. Shook 'em up. Okay, but, you know, you raised the problem that Emotion seemed to do very, very well with this, and he's getting pretty much free scouting with this Oracle, so he should know this is on the way. He gets a Warp Prism. He's already getting Blink, which is a very effective tool in dealing with the early stages of Swarm Hosts, basically before they get Infestors, which Symbol took a long time to get last time. You know, one of the things, too, and this is something we didn't really address, he didn't know it was Swarm Host till it was too late. So by scouting it this time early, I mean, this is going to be less of a clunky... I guess response, and he'll actually be able to respond to this pretty decently. I mean, once again, I really kind of emphasized the whole 4 base thing, but that was mostly emphasized because Emotion didn't see it coming, so he had the money to just be like, oh crap, randomly throw down double robos and get going. This time we see, you know, he already knows it's coming, but I'm surprised we don't see a quicker reaction to this. I mean, like, where's the robo? Sorry, Bay, not facility, but Colossus. Yeah, he doesn't seem very worried about it. You know, Blink Stalkers can really take you a long way in this game, in any matchup, really. And as long as they don't have Infestors that really tie down your Blink Stalkers, then, you know, it's not a big deal. And in fact, Symbol has even less mobile units than last game. You know, he's only getting 5 Roaches just now, so these Blink Stalkers can really do a lot. And that's the whole goal, you know, with the Warp Prism, with the Blink Stalkers going around the map. You just buy so much time, because, you know, Swarm Hosts, they really aren't pushing units. You don't just run up to their base and start pushing. It takes a while. In that time, you get Colossus, and Storms, and Tempests, and lots of things. Well, here comes the first Warp Prism. I really like this. Oh, that's a lot of Zealots warped in right now. This is 10 at a time. In response to this entirely, Symbol with a ton of Queens of the main, but guess what? That's not where the attack's really going down. Oh, very nice. Oh, wow. Nice by Symbol to recognize this is exactly what Emotion was planning. Yeah, I thought he was going to pull back the Swarm Host with this too, but they stay hidden behind the Spinecrawler wall. Really nice, so the Stalkers can't just free blink on top of them. Yeah, I don't know how well worth this is for Emotion to continue warping in the main base. The Queens and the Roaches are doing a really good job, and the Locusts are still here. Yeah, you're not getting to that 4th, man. Yeah, it would have been nice if he could just finish off that spine crawl. He did get it so low, but thwarted off really nicely here in the main. And what's kind of crazy is Symbol did this with mostly Queens. I mean, look at this. He's putting around the Rosie, cutting the Zealot around the Roach Warren. There's not even a lot of creep spread here, but he's actually using the Overlords to spread creeps and get a Spore Crawler wall down. Like, what is this, Terran putting down missile turrets? Seriously. More force fields on this ramp could lock out the Swarm Host and easily allow him to snipe this base. I'm surprised we're actually not seeing that. Yeah, he should definitely do that. And the Time Warp as well would help. Or he's gonna recall, but he's losing all his sentries. Like, why not force field first? Yeah, it's a very strange way to go about doing this. Yeah, if you're gonna bring the force field, you should use the force fields. Otherwise, just bring the Blink Stalkers and you can recall that without losing anything. So, yeah. Lost everything but 2 sentries, I think. All the sentries? Oh, all the sentries died. Yeah, it just seems so messy and needless. Now the Swarm is going to start pushing up the middle of the map. He knows he doesn't need the protection because of how much he just killed. Oracle can vision for detection if you really want to, but there's no reason you should fight this. There's too many locusts. Oh, actually, why is he use the Oracle to attack? Pulsar
all these
beam.
free queens. Oh, the queens. Oh, no. Bye-bye.
This is actually really nasty when you consider these were the saviors against the Warp Prism before. He says, alright, I'm not going to deal with the locusts, just keeps pushing forward here into the natural. That's a hell of a lot of zealots.
Yeah, the zealots can buy time with the locusts, while the Blink Tower just wreak absolute havoc in the main.
Warp Prism.
Oh, well, that works. Not dead.
Barely. It flies into the other Spore Crawler, though.
Body block with the zealots. Body block with the zealots. Oh, man.
Yo, okay, the zealots I think are designed to die here. The locusts are going to time out. He's going to get the hive, though. Oh my god, he focuses down some of the swarm hosts. He can easily get this hive, though, with the zealots that are left and blink away. Kills a lot of the swarm hosts on his way out, though. Emotion gets some pretty good damage for this, but he has to get the stalkers out alive.
There we go. And he takes a few more swarm hosts out with them. The zealots do not quite get the
transfuse for that queen. Seriously, this would be dead without it.
But I mean, like, it's so close to dying. Emotion's gonna, you know, just invest in the 2 zealots, another Warp Prism.
He slims up a lot of swarm hosts with this going on, though. I mean, I can't say it was exactly cost effective, but up to 14 killed now. Does thin the ranks quite a bit, because swarm hosts are their snowball units. They're not good unless you've got a lot of them. He takes a 4th kill. What's going on? So, I mean, buys himself time, gets some decent trades. Of course, that would have been amazing if he could have sniped off the hive, but if we're going to be honest, I mean, the hive tech I don't feel is that necessary right now. I mean, Vipers are okay, but he doesn't really need them because there's no Colossus out yet. Sniping that off would have been annoying for sure, and a waste of time for Symbol, but not game ending.
Yeah, I would have preferred Infestors again to hold down the Blink Stalkers, because Symbol has been doing a really good job of actually chasing the Blink Stalkers with Swarm Host. Not something you usually see.
I thought last game, like, that was when his engagement started really coming in strong, when he was getting those fungals off and the Broodlords and the Swarm Hosts were able to pick them off, but you know, normally at this point in the game, you know, we see players with a small handful of stalkers, like 5 or 6, desperately trying to find a way to use them. Symbol still got a large, or not Symbol, rather, Emotion still got a large portion of his army as those Blink Stalkers, so he can get some real damage done. That was awkward. I don't know why he took that. It's awkward. And he's certainly not going to get that free dive fast again. I like the way Symbol's repositioned himself. He's putting some of his static D there as well. Like, he recognized that run by was so dangerous because he left this giant hole in his defense, and now he's filled it. Revelation tags are actually really nice here, so much you can see where the lings are. Those run-bys, of course, would be very problematic otherwise. Double Spires? Wait, doesn't he already have one? No, actually, this is his first Spires. Okay, so double Spires being thrown down.
Potentially going back into those Broodlords. Symbol, apparently not that huge of a fan of the Mass Muta switch. Plus, I mean, I don't really think he's ever going to have a bank for that. There's just been constant back and forth. Whoops.
He's ready though for the Broodlords. So we got the Fleet Beacon on the way here. The Fleet Bacon coming in. I like that the Warp Prism's going out, but seriously, there's too many Spore Crawlers. This is so stupid. I mean, guys, this looks hilarious, but this is what's keeping the Warp Prism from getting anything done in the main.
Yo, hallucinate 2 Warp Prisms, going first, going with the real Warp Prism.
They throwing down a PDD, just soak up the hits.
Bam. So good at this game.
Alright, so this is where the game gets a little bit different here for Emotion. He's actually getting towards a 5th base this time. And of course, that's going to be a gold, makes it even better, even stronger. But still pushing with the Stalkers here on the left side of the map. Gets a Queen, blinks on out of there. He even keeps the Observer alive. Lings are going to get canceled here on the 4th really nicely. And that Warp Prism is just tentatively waiting to strike, but I don't think... Oh, he's waiting for Gravitic Boosters, maybe? No, wait, that's the Observer one. Gravitic Drive's cute for afterwards. So if he's got the speed, maybe he can run past the Spore Crawlers, right? Because it's only a couple, but... Still a scary thing to do.
He could totally chrono boost it too. Come on, buddy.
I don't know. 5 Stargate or 5 Nexus. You better have chrono boosting the mothership. Oh wait, just kidding. You can't. I don't understand why. That's so. It's whatever. There was a cool thing last game, by the way. I don't know if anyone caught that, but you know how we managed to get those Zealots to warp into the main when those Lings ran by on Deadwing?
What?
He canceled the Mothership core building, or the Mothership building, because it takes 6 supply. So last game, that's how he was able to save the main. It was kind of a cool move. We didn't really bring that up, but just, you know, want to address it, because it was a really cool move. Did a good job trying to deny this base. Lots of Queens are out once again, and the thing about the Queens, like this guy's on mass, Queens have they've got pretty good DPS. They can soak hits because they're psionic units, so there's no like bonus damage that gets afflicted to them, but transfuses, oh man, transfuses are such a pain to deal with. So,
KenZy.
I guess reports are, by the way, Nathaniel's lost 2 out of Supernova. A little sad to see our 4 and Hope go out, but this means we're going to have one of these two versus a Terran player in the finals, and that hasn't happened for a long time, but that's pretty cool.
God.
Oh, that Zella warping, though. Now he's going to get the Hive.
Oh, for sure. You should target it.
This is like, you know, you kill the sheriff, so his son grows up later to kill you, like, later in life for revenge. Like, that's kind of what I feel happening. You're like, you just waited and waited and waited and finally went back for the Hive. But it's so late at this point. It really, I feel, does not matter that he got this.
You know, there was never any a greater Spire, so if someone wanted to go for Broodlords...
I guess that actually makes that worth it, yeah.
If he wanted to go for Broodlords. I mean, I really don't think they helped that much last time.
Laying run by on a not quite maxed out emotion. You can warp on a couple Zealots if necessary, but these are saying screw the third. We're going for the natural. We're going for the beef of the army.
Yeah, going for the main. As you said, though, he has a lot of supply to warp in, so the Ling should not do a whole lot. Revelation tagged.
Feedbacks are waiting. Yeah, those Vipers really can't get in there. DTs can be warped at any point, too. Let's not forget about that. There's not a lot of detection on the field here. Just a couple Spore Crawlers here and there, but, I mean, top left corner of the map. Actually, he did build a Spore Crawler this time. Last game, I think he had, like, what, 9 or 12 Spine Crawlers per base, but no detection.
Yeah. The Lings were cleaned up, also helped Emotion realize 2 of his gateways were unwarp gated. More warp prisms, more
17 gates. Not a big deal. Half your bank instantly in Zealots. But these Templar are going down for free to the Locust. This is a big mistake.
This is the second time, at least.
He's already bled out like 3 or 4 of them. I don't know why he stormed there. He was in the mothership. Like, what? Okay.
You know,
forgot he was cloaked.
Whatever. But Emotion, you know, he really hasn't found anything to do with this leftover 40 supply. Certainly some of it is going to go into the harass of the Warp Prism, but, you know, Tempests, maybe?
Well, yeah, okay, there we go. I was going to say, he hasn't had the necessity for them. He might think, like, though, yeah, I got the Hive, but he didn't realize that there wasn't already a Greater Spire, so as much as this is kind of calm collected Tempest, this might also be like, oh crap, I need Tempest.
Yeah, maybe. You know, they're not just only good against Broodlords, of course. They're good because they take down the siege lines of the, you know, massed warp spine and spores. Yeah, just focus the spore instead. Okay.
Warp Prism.
But they also.
Wait, did the Warp Prism of the main never die? This is the same Warp Prism.
No, that's not the same one.
No, okay. Sorry, it just looks like it. So Zealots here not going to be able to get through the transfuses of these queens. There's too many. The Warp Prism will get taken out. This sucks losing this one again. But the army here of Emotion, I guess the mothership got abducted at some point. Sorry, we missed that while this was going on. So that's actually
just dived on it.
Yeah, that's a big problem actually. That's why he's able to avoid all the Locust guys using stealth to his advantage. But with that kind of gun, I mean, he can beat them back with a Colossus, sure, but you don't want to be sitting in the middle of the field fighting. You need to be in a very good defensive location. More Stargates. Wow, going up to what, 4? Yeah, 4 Stargates.
Build stuff.
Yeah, his supply is kind of in the gutter right now. I like the plasma shields upgrades. This benefits both the air and the ground, of course, but he's really not making any headway this game like he was last time. Like, yeah, he played a totally defensive game in game 1, but Symbol was kind of thrown for a loop. He didn't have all of his tech this time. I think he's got his wits together. We got a million transfuses available. He is missing that Infestor tech, though, once again. And I do worry about that. Seeing the Tempest, he may not even go for Broodlords, honestly.
Yeah, I would hope not. Really, if that was his plan, it's a good thing Emotion stopped the Greater Spire from forming. I think Corruptor, Swarmos, and Infestors are going to be the best. And Vipers, but he has... Oh, he does have a Hive. Okay, so he could get anything that he wants right now. Just,
well,
wow.
I don't know. There might be detection here, but these Spires are being slaughtered, so... You know, he's not going to be able to build that Greater Spire. There's not going to be a Mutalist transition. DTs... That damage.
It's so powerful. Even with an Overseer there, it's like, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, Queens are getting sliced and diced before they can transfuse. DTs, of course, hit for like 60 or, yeah, level 3 weapon upgrades, so. Do quite a bit of damage. Left side of the map, ready for another attack here. Could move forward.
Suck a Spore Crawler. Burning. Ah!
Yeah, well, backs away from that. I don't like that he's going for the Spine Cars. I mean, he needs to go through them eventually, I guess, but yeah. Like the Spore Crawler, man. The Spore Crawler stops the detection. He drove Symbol off this base, but Symbol is on the gold, so this is hardly the end of the world for Symbol. This just simply affects him getting that crazy bank that leads toward the very, very, very late game. But knocks down the hatchery nonetheless. Pretty nice to have happen. Lots of freaking Templar, though, Zombie Grub. We're up to 9, which is really nice if you consider that's a lot of storms, but sadly storms don't overlap, and you gotta hit them perfectly. Oh. The Corruptors are coming to camp the Stargates, I guess?
Yeah, it looks like it.
That's awkward. No Stargate production, silly.
Chillin', what's up? Oh,
Ooh,
huge
free.
counterattack again at the 4th.
Well, free Spore Crawler's also over here on the right. I don't know if this 4th is that big of a deal, though. I mean, with that gold, I guess getting the spawning pool is kind of cool, but, I mean, I don't know. I don't see this as that big of a deal if we keep
and
investing.
he lost all his Blink Stalkers. I don't know if that was on purpose or what. But the Blink Stalkers attacking the Spore Crawlers did, in fact, die.
Oh, over here, yeah. Okay. Well, Blink Stalker's kind of starting to time out a little bit in the game, too. I mean, they're not bad to have this late stage, but of course, Templar Storms are going to be way better to have. He's not worried about Broodlord, so he doesn't need to blink underneath anything. DT Warp and Harass has been, like, really efficient.
Just built those. Come on.
I just got my Spires back up, man. Look at those transfuses, though! Holy shit! He's still going to lose the Spire, but that was a... Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah.
How many I wish there was like a counter. That was like 11 transfuses or something. That was pretty ridiculous. That Spire has 3 times its like normal health.
Yeah. But Emotion, he's still standing strong. He still has 5 bases. He's really not been under that much pressure. And he's the one that can do all this harassment. Symbol he doesn't have anything that does harassment. All his Lings are dead, all his Rotors are dead. Even Burrowed Infestors could have been good harassment, but he has not gotten that.
That's a nice revelation tag on the Corruptors too, to know exactly where they are. You know, left side of the map's been not really under pressure, but now the Swarmos have been kind of repositioned to start rallying over here. Emotion might be getting this... It's weird, like, it's kind of weird to call this base greedy, but he really needs this, because a lot of the times Protoss players tap out around now. You know, their gold base mine's out, their 4th base mine's out, and they never take that final 6th base. But, trying to secure this is going to be so dangerous. His army's focused here on protecting the gold. There's no way he can split enough to defend both bases at the same time. And I guess he can invest hella cannons, maybe? Oh, look at the Swarm House of the DTs.
Ooh, nice.
This is good.
Super nice. The lack of Spore Crawls over here means the Observer got really nice coverage.
God, their damage is ridiculous. Like, how do they not just outfit everybody with these weapons? You know, like, replace the Zealot Scythe Blades with the end of these, like, scythes. Seriously.
Like, DTs are supposed to be, like, really, like, rare. Aren't they? Like,
well, they used to be, because, like, you know...
From no,
yeah, but then, like, Razigal got, like, infested, and they're like, okay, well, welcome back to the Protoss army, because I guess we need you guys, or whatever. I don't know. StarCraft 2 story doesn't hold up sometimes. I think we're all aware of this. But Abduct's going off on the Colossus, gonna lose 1.
Oh, God, it died immediately.
Zealots warping here on the right side with their Templar. These harassments... These are getting really costly at this point. Like, the thing that's scary is, like...
So many storms left. I don't know.
Well, hang on, was really...
Corruptors!
Oh my god!
Corruptors, please!
So many storms! I was gonna say, though, at this point, the resources lost isn't from losing motherships or Colossus or Tempest. It's from constantly warping in a lot of Zealots that are, quite frankly, getting inefficient damage done.
Yeah, I mean, it's so necessary, though, because the only other way you take down those Spores and Spines is with a Tempest. That means moving outside your base, getting into engagements that just happened, as we saw, so... But you need to take them down, too. It's hard to choose what to do.
Warp Prism, be careful. There's still a million Spore Crawlers.
Awkward. Swarm Host is awkward. Or Warp Prism.
Oh, the Corruptors are like, yeah, I'll just let you warp in. You know, like 9 Zealots, no big deal. Seriously?
Oh, it's Hive! No.
He's helping. He's consuming the Hive. He's like, let me help you kill my building a little bit faster. This is,
I want to start another lair, buddy. I don't know if you're not going to save this one. Nope. Oh my god.
The harass out of Emotion. I mean, still, even when you look at the ratio of DTs and Zealots to what he's killing here, not really worth it in my opinion. Maybe if he had like a 5k bank, but he's been struggling for minerals, and he's only just recently got maxed out again.
Yeah, it's a little precarious because he's been able to be maxed out and he still has a bank, but it's just so easy to lose one engagement. And your opponent maxes out and you don't.
Helicannons over here. Doing not a lot to stop
one pylon for every, you know.
Yeah, I know. He did that last game too, around that 3rd. Looks like Corruptors have been healed up quite a bit after the storm rampage that went on. But Emotion looking to go maxing out on Tempest. I don't know if I like this choice. Here's the problem with this, guys. It's gonna eventually get to that point where you don't actually have, like, you've got this army that's got this crazy range on it. It's grandstanding. It's got, you know, the cloak. It's almost never going to be engaged upon, but it's slow. It attacks slow. It physically moves slow. And mobility is kind of the key thing for Symbol here. But I guess if he keeps losing units and buildings and bases to this harass, this army won't have that weakness compromised. In fact, this is looking pretty awesome with the Archons mixed in, but... as stands, you have the Corruptors They could dive. Technically, abducts could go off, but he's still losing things here in the top left. Symbol actually has a pretty nice bank, so it's not super dangerous to keep losing these hatcheries, but, you know, this is still money he doesn't want to have to spend. And there's that abduct. Rest in peace, mothership.
Oh, huge splits too. Oh, there's so many corruptors. Oh my god.
This is where stalkers would have been really good to have.
Yeah, right? Like, there's just so little on the ground.
There we go. Recognize this. He warps in a ton.
Oh, boy.
Tempest, why are you so loud when you shoot? My ears. God.
I hate the sound. I really do. And then it doesn't even do that much damage for the sound.
Right? It's like the most unless it's hitting your broodlord. Then the sound's kind of cool, right? But like, it's so flimsy. Link stalkers can start clearing out these spore crawlers, which would be cool. Symbol at this point, though, I kind of feel like, why invest anything here in the main? Like, just pull it all out. You're done.
Just give it up.
Right? Like, you're not even mining gas from it at this point. Warp Prism goes down.
Everything at your gold.
Oh, new layer's gonna go down. Too many DTs here. Oh, let's actually go for the spires again. Seriously, emotion is just like, I don't want to deal with air units, period. Period.
Where is this trans? Nope, not there in time.
Looks like the locusts are actually absolutely wrecking the probes here.
Some probes will survive.
Oh god, that was like natural selection and then some.
I don't think that was natural at all.
Okay, that was like Swarmos selection. There we go. Oh, we're actually gonna lose a lot of overlords here. Symbol can't max out. Well, okay, again, now after the new overlords, he's gonna lose them and have to make even more. This is not where you want to be spending your money at this point.
In like overlord.
Yeah, right. Like that shouldn't happen, but it looks like it slowly but surely is.
Oh, that's funny.
More transfuses coming down. Those storms, you know, it's energy for energy. Transfuses for storms. I don't know. He is going for the mothership once again, guys. And at this point, you might be looking like, why waste money on the mothership? You know, it's so expensive. It takes up so much supply. But, you know, even though it gets abducted like that, we see Symbol wasting so much just to kill it in the first place. And the cloak benefit it provides is just, you can't compare it. Once this gold base finally mines out, by the way, he'll be able to move it. He'll be able to abandon ship, say, screw it, I'm done here, and go secure the base on the left side of the map. Symbol, though, he's basically mined out. He's never going to get this top left. Yeah, overlords are a problem right now, actually.
Yeah, Symbol recognized that he had some over the natural and moved them into the dead space.
This is a really scrappy, messy game out of Symbol, but I kind of feel at this point, unless Emotion makes one big fuck up, he's got this game.
Yeah, well... Oh,
I don't know why.
It's not even mining.
Yeah, why? Like, I don't want you to have any production.
Symbol's not even mining. He has never taken that base to the right.
Hang on.
There's an entire base.
No, look. I made a joke about this, but there's not going to be any larva for a 4K bank. Symbol's going to lose this game with like 4K minerals and 3K gas because he actually can't spend it. All the hatcheries have been sniped at this point.
Well, here's the thing. Unless, you know, it's... A bunch of storms can come down and absolutely wreck Symbol's army, but should that not happen, should all the High Templars die, he has so many corruptors that he can and probably, you know, almost definitely will win the fight, unless there's a bunch of storms. And if that happens,
he's got no larva.
Emotion doesn't have enough bank to make his own units.
There's no larva. He can't do anything. I've never seen a Zerg player in this situation before. It's almost to the point where if he didn't start rebuilding the hatchery here, he would have been like, you know, you're going to be revealed in like 30 seconds unless you build stuff like right now. Like, Emotion's almost at a point where he can base trade. This is so dumb to consider, but there's no buildings left for Symbol. Like, who cares about the swarm host if you just blink in?
Did Symbol not realize he never took this base off to the 2 o'clock position?
No, he knows. It's been harassed a million times.
No, not that one. That's not 2 o'clock. The one below his main.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, 2 o'clock.
There's an entire...
No! Symbol's about to lose the game! He's got no buildings anywhere! Okay, a couple spore crawlers out here, but that's it. What does he have? He's gonna lose every actual building he has. This is not how a swarm host game is meant to end.
Symbol and all those all.
He's forced to go. Yo, he's forced to go.
Dude, the Tempest can just target down the moving spores and spines.
That's true.
Ooh.
Yo, Emotion TVP Finals, Supernova versus Emotion.
Pretty sure that's coming.
This was a...
Dude, will Symbol get knocked out forcefully, or will he GG first? That is
right? Like, that's the question. All right, so what buildings does he actually have left? He's got 4 spore crawlers, and they're all rooted.
Why not just build it at your freaking...
There he does, yeah. Big army actually going under attack here. He's going to lose all of his units to the corruptors. Sadly and stupidly enough, but the stalkers...
That's what I was talking about. Like, if he just splits at all, there's not enough storms.
But the stalkers can just get his hella archons. I mean, he's gonna be fine.
He should just do mass playing stalker and run around the locusts that are left. Like, who cares about the corruptors?
GG.
GG.
Okay, so there's that question. GG's out. Emotion 2-0 Symbol. Yo, Emotion's pretty good, but Symbol is really, really good. I didn't expect that to go the way it did, but wacky, crazy, zany, whatever. That leads us to the finals, guys. Supernova versus Emotion TVP. A Korean tournament where there's a Terran in the finals. Nathanius in the semifinals. What the hell? Is this really Korea? I don't even know.
He lied to you. All these are just like...
Yeah, these are replays.